So much has happened since I last saw you. I lost my ash.
But if I'm talking to him and I'm here, it's sort of my...
So your shot, yeah, so there's there.
Don't mind me.
Kind of, I think, come into here.
Okay, 50-50, and is that it, or not? Like this? Yeah. Is that I play the Grandmaster. Yes, I'm the head of Sakaar, and it's colorful, and even though I've lived since shortly after the Big Bang, 14 million years old, the only thing I like to do is to play games, really. And I have gladiatorial. When we meet me, I'm in the middle of my gladiatorial games, producing, and what else? And then there's a kind of a rebellion, and I have to deal with that and all that kind of stuff. But you know, fear not, I can't be killed, just like my brother Benicio del Toro, the collector. And there it is, and that's in the middle of this whole other story, the Thor, young Thors.
Like when you come along here, not high, but sort of low,
Yeah.
and then you just go sort of
Damn, okay, cool.
2, 1, go!
Go!
I think the objective from, even years before we'd written the script was to change this film up in some way. I think it all started to feel a little bit familiar and predictable, and I called Kevin Feige and said, we got to do something different here. And he agreed, and hello, hi. Was incredibly receptive. And then we had Taika come on board, who had the same attitude. And so, yeah, it was about changing the aesthetic look, the hair, the hammer, the costume, everything, the world that we, were a part of, the universe, the music, everything. And so it felt like kind of a clean slate, and starting again and playing a new character in a way, which was hugely freeing and invigorating.
Did you see that?
I think there's a vulnerability to him, and then accessibility to him that wasn't there prior. I think the first time I played the character was about making him, playing a god, and being sort of ethereal and godlike and speaking a certain way and moving a certain way. But the problem is with that is that then it's good for one film, but then after that you sort of hit a ceiling and you have nowhere to go. And so this film was about kind of stripping that back and having a greater access to that vulnerability and relatability about he's one of us. He has the same problems that we all have. He has the same insecurities that we all might have, or the same sort of concerns or fears or whatever. And then so we sort of did away with any exterior sort of confidence, and he was almost on the back foot a lot of the time, which is a lot more fun to play. There's a self-deprecating sort of attitude and sense of humor that comes into play.
You, Valkyrie, are the big guy.
No team, only Hulk. What's the matter with you? You're embarrassing me. I told them we were friends.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
My vision originally was just make Thor the coolest character and make him the most entertaining character. Otherwise, don't call the film Thor. And we wanted, and Chris had already said this to everyone as well. He's like, I want to do something where I'm not doing the same thing. I'm not treading water again and again. I want to change the character up and make it more fun and just have an adventure. And so, and Marvel are very responsive to when people want to do that stuff. So I went in and my vision was just that, make it fun and colourful. And look, you know, that poster, it's like, it's got to be like that. It's got to be like the comic books that I grew up with, where it was like splash pages and Kirby art and it's fun and like vibrant and, you know.
Need to stop her here and now to prevent Ragnarok, the end of everything. So I'm putting together a team. Like the old days. Surprise! This will be such fun. Hello. Hi.
He's a fighter.
Here we go!
I'm not a queen or a monster. I'm the goddess of death. What were you the god of again?